Hi everybody, welcome to Paper Wishes Weekly Webisodes. I'm Lene Gehrig, and today we have from 49 and Market the 6x8 Paper Craft Essentials for Artful Moments. There's so many fun goodies in this, and we've also got the Artful Moments foiled die cut assortment, and I used both of them as well as a flip-flap cutting die from hot off the press to make this fun card. Very interactive, super fun. There's even a little inside detail here. This is our giveaway card for this episode, so if you stick around, you'll learn how one lucky viewer can win this card to keep or share with a friend. So come play with us. All right, so in this collection pack, you are getting 12 double-sided heavyweight cardstock sheets. They are 6x8. And then you're getting 2 of each of 6 designs. Okay, and then you're getting 44 laser cut elements and then 69 cardstock die cuts, which is just a phenomenal deal. After I go through this one, then we'll look at the foiled die cut assortment. So the first thing I noticed when I opened this up, you have this other package here. So we're going to go through what you get in this one, and then we'll check out the goodies. So on the back, you've already got some text, screened back sort of text on the back of the cover. You're getting 2 of each of these, so you get this great like paint stripes in the rainbow, and then on the side it's a yellow grid pattern. And then on this one, you've got green with little star tile pattern, and then the other side, orange with kind of a tapestry pattern on there. And then we've got these grids here, very office-like with script writing on it, some little ink spots. On the other side, these really cool circles in sort of a golden color, and then tan and gray and white. And then another grid in aqua. And then on the other side, this one's really cool. It's got some torn paper, some stitching for sewing here, and then some scripts, and then some like water glass marks on here. Very cool. Then we've got the pink tile print. On the other side, these really neat color, what would you call these? They're just like color circles. Color wheels, yes. Really cool. And then we've got the ledger paper, also with little ink spots on it. And then on the other side, these paintbrush with the patterned papers. That's really cute. All right, then you're getting their sheet of laser cuts, which I've not seen it like this before in a 49 and Market, where you're getting the sheet of laser cuts. Usually these are separate purchases. So this bundle is really unique. So you're getting some frames. Here's a paintbrush. Here's some little corner pieces or edge pieces that you can write on. Lots of little things like this was fun to do today. Some tags, hello friend, some little flowers. We've got some like stitches here with a sewing needle, some tags, some tickets rather, half of a doily, some little tassels, and then this great piece right here. I used this on a card I'll show you later with layered strips and a tag. Lots of little title pieces here. Love that. It's really well done as well. All right, so now let's take a look at what you're getting here. All these fantastic bits and bobs. Oh, come on. Okay. So you're getting lots of these little clips. And then this is another kind of clip that you would put over the edge of your paper. There's lots of things like that. Lots of little words, lots of little tabs, more clips, words, clips, more words. These are pockets. Okay, a little envelope pocket. This type of pocket you would score here and here. Okay, fold the flaps in, put adhesive on the flaps, tuck them under, and then you have a little pocket. There's multiple kinds of pockets here. This is a layered piece with frames, and they just kind of are nested like that. I love this clipboard. A little piece of envelope mail. Here's another little clip. Here's some more of those little pockets that you would score the edges on. Here's another frame piece. Another little clipboard. Lots of tickets and tags and things. Some little words, a story to tell, just like little prompts for journaling. Another little color wheel. These are just little like, what do you call those, like when you're taking a ticket? Like a ticket when you're in line for something. Yeah. Lots of little arrows. Some sunglasses. A little like library card. Some little binding here for like a book binding. These are nice. These are just like 2 layered pieces, but they're one. A playing card. Some mail also stuck together. A bingo card. Lots of ephemera pieces. There's another little strip of paper. And then you've got all of these like paint swatches, but they're tags. So they have a little hole there. You can punch them out. And they come in all of these colors. And on the back, they're just white. Here are some more little tabs. This is a frame as well. Another little strip. A couple of numbers, a little pull tab. Another little group of words, a little torn page, and then this like, I don't know, like a ledger or a book cover. So much in that, right? Okay, so let's put all this back. Now, oops, I'm gonna need this though. We're gonna take a look at what's in the foil die cut assortment. There's 129 pieces, I can tell you that. There are both acetate pieces and vellum pieces in this. And the vellum is foiled, and I don't remember if the acetate is foiled. Yes, some of the acetate is foiled. Oh my goodness, lots of little pieces in here too. There we go. Okay, lots of like little splotches, little hearts, frames with some little journaling prompts on them, film strips with numbers that just pop right out, lots of borders, little tassel borders, lots of those, lots of vellum foiled butterflies. Look at all these. Wow, beautiful. And lots of heart shapes, also vellum and foiled, and then some that are not foiled. Okay, and then all of these little flowers with colored vellum, and then the little foiling on them. Oh, what's that piece? Another little splatter piece. You're getting all these different flowers. And then all of these leaves, which are really cool. They're colored. They all have beautiful gold foiling on them. My goodness. And then border. And then you've got hearts and more flowers, leaves, a cute little pencil, some words. This one is, you just punch this one out and then it's just sort of like one of those coffee rings, some more borders, lots of these little label edge pieces, lots of little color wheel pieces, stars that are colored acetate with gold foiling on them, and lots of little stems like that that also are acetate. So wow, right? Okay, so let's jump in and look at this card, which is 6.5 by 5 inches. Okay, blank white card, started just like this. And then the first thing I did was take our corner rounder and just round the corners. Oops, I used the big one on this side. Okay, just pop that right like that, nice rounded corners. And then you guys, on top of this, I used our flip flap card cutting die, which I say this often, I think it's my favorite cutting die, just because it's so easy to put together. And it's just interactive, it's easy. I like that they have included in all of the ephemera 2 of these little tabs which say pull. And just lift that just like this. I'm going to show you how to put this together. But I added to it the vellum pieces. These are die cut pieces, which I foam taped. And then here is one of the acetate pieces that has foiling on it. And then on the inside here, another vellum butterfly with the foiling. Here's a little acetate piece right here. Here's a strip of cardstock that I added. It was a little scrap. And then I love using these colorful oval jewel dazzle stickers. They come in all these different colors and they have this nice little beaded look to them. Just so cute. Just adding those stickers, I think, adds a lot to the bottom and the top. Then I inked all the edges with a little cocoa bean ink and my little blending tool. So let's jump right in and show you how to do this. Oh, I should mention that I added right here some little black tiny words and phrases dazzle stickers for the just a note. And we've got one of the vellum pieces here. Here's a vellum piece, and then these pieces right here are from the paper pack collection. Added for you there. All right, so to put together this flip flap, it's so easy. So you have these cutting dies. You do need a die cutting machine, embossing machine. All right, and then the first piece, just using here, cutting it out like that, and it's got this great little slit in there. Now all the instructions, you guys, are right here on how to put tape on the pieces, how to assemble it. It's very, very simple, but I'm going to show you how. Oh, I forgot to mention, this is our giveaway card, so stick around to the end. I'm going to tell you how we do that card giveaway. So then the next thing you do is you die cut this piece right here. I just cut it from this, and then you follow the little instructions on the sheet where the little orange pieces are. This is where we are. We put a little bit of double stick tape. This is the one I'm using. You can find this in the supplies listed down below the video at paperwishes.com webisode, or if you're watching us over on YouTube, you'll see a link below the video in the description box, and it'll take you to this Paper Wishes webisode page, so you can find everything that I'm talking about. All right, so put a little piece of tape there, and then you turn this over, and then you put more tape here, right? So the first thing we're going to do is just take this, and you're just threading this right through here. Okay, so you put the one that has the single tape, that's face down. And there's some score lines right here from this little tab. And I just folded it like according to the instructions. And I'm just going to slip this right in here, just like that. And then the next thing you're going to do is take this little tab. You take the little tape off of it. And then you're going to adhere it between this line and the outside edge. And the way you kind of know where to do it is you want to put your little pull tab just pretty close in right here. And then you're going to just attach it. Going to push right down on that and attach it. Now the next thing you're going to do is you've got two of these pieces, this one and this one. And the first one just goes right here. Okay, so you're going to take the tapes off. And this one, you can add decorative things to it. Now, I built mine like this so that it flipped up, but you can use it in either direction. So I'm just going to put that right there. And you're making sure that you kind of stay away from the edge of the fold right there because you want this to be able to move, okay? So the next thing you're going to do is take the tape off of here. That's where we are, right there in our instructions. And I just put, you can use 1/2 inch wide tape. I just used 2 lengths of 1/4 inch wide. That's what was on my desk. And then I'm going to take this one, I'm going to place it right there. Okay. So now when I pull this, it just flips open like that. Now you can have it that way or you can have it this way. Either way you want, okay? Really easy to use, and I think is just a really nice gift to the person that you're getting it because it's interactive. All right, so the next card, this one is a 5 by 6.5 inch card, and I used that really cool paintbrush paper that I showed you from the collection pack. And then you guys, I took just one of the lengths of these jewel borders. I used the teal one right down the edge. I used 2 of the acetate leaves right here from the acetate and vellum collection. and I glued them here. Now, what am I using for glue? All right, so we have these two brands of glue. We have Cosmic Shimmer Specialist Acrylic Glue. Acrylic, dries clear, and it's flexible. And then we have another brand, Nuvo Deluxe Adhesive Clear Drying Craft Glue. And then we have these in 2 sizes. Both of them work great, but when dealing with things like vellum and acetate, Debbie and I like to put it in these little small applicator bottles, because then you're just able to control the flow of the glue a little bit better, and it just is so nice. Debbie likes to keep one of these little stainless steel pins in hers to keep it from clogging. It works a little bit better than the little cap that it comes with. And we sell these little stainless steel pins at paperwishes.com, so I'll make sure to put those in the supplies too. All right, so you're using that applicator tool to first attach the leaves, and then a little bit right here to attach the vellum. And then it's such a small amount of glue, you can't see the glue under that at all. And then there is the Just Because Dazzle stickers. These are new this past month, I think. We've been using them a lot, and we love them. I've got them buried over here. So I'm using them. They come in a pack with all these colors: black, silver, gold, brown, and white. I'm using the brown ones, and I just added Just Because, but then I added from the gold sheet 2 little gold flowers, and then I took this teal Jewel Dazzle stickers. There's these tiny little, well, actually 3 different sizes of these little round circles, and just take them and pop them off using a jewel picker. I'm going to use this shortly on another project, and just put those in the center of the flowers. Really cute. And then we've got one of the little vellum butterflies at the top. So this is just a really quick and easy card to put together. All right, next, you guys, this one's very collagey. This is a slimline card, so it's 3.5 inches by 8.5 inches. This one, Happy Birthday, right there, adding from our little black tiny words and phrases dazzle stickers again. And then I added from the paper pack the 21. So you could add any numbers on here for anybody's birthday. And I also used the film strip. Now there's a lot going on this card, so I'm going to show you how I layered it. The first thing I did from the collection pack, I used this paper that has those water rings on it. I took it and added it right here and just went right off the edge of it. So I glued it down and then just trimmed it even with the edge, okay? Before I glued it down, I did ink the edges of the paper using my cocoa bean ink and my applicator tool. Then I glued it down, then I trimmed it. Then I just inked the edges of the entire card with it as well. The next thing I did from the collection pack is I used this strip right here, and I placed that right there. And then there was another really cool strip that intrigued me. I liked those really long linear pieces. Here we go. It's from the laser cuts. This one right here. And I just turned it the other way and I placed it right next to it. Okay, then I switched over to the vellum and all of those bits, and I took this vellum border and I glued that right there. And then right here I took the 2 from this film strip, punched that out, and I glued that there. And then the 1 is from the collection pack with the paper, and I foam taped that one. Then I evacuated all the rest of the numbers, and I just glued this right there, and then added from this collection all the different hearts and then a star. So 3 hearts and then a star. And then back to the collection pack over here, I added that little, what are those called? It's like the take a number, take a number. I added the little take a number with foam tape, and then the star right here is from the vellum and collection, and I just glued that one. All right, so now everything is accounted for. And then I went back and I added, just to bring some more color to these edges, some of these teal jewel dazzles, 3 here and 3 here, just using my little jewel picker. So you get this really like kind of an elaborate collage here, but I was just sort of working back and forth between the 2 packages, and it just came together really quickly. All right, so now you guys are always requesting us to do scrapbook pages, and I love doing scrapbook pages with the collections like this. They're just so fun and so complete. And this collection lends itself really well to journals and scrapbooking. So I'm just taking a 12 by 12 piece of pastel cardstock. This is nice tan craft color. And I've already started by just adding one of the sheets here, just a ledger sheet. I'm just using a little tape runner. The next thing I'm going to do is add this piece, which you guys, this is just a leftover piece from, it's like an L shape from covering a card. When I glued something to the card, okay, I generally just plunk it down like this, and then I just trim around the card, and it always leaves me with this L shape, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and use this one, and we're just gonna overlap that. I'm gonna show you how you can use your scraps for things like this. All right, so we're just gonna add a little tape runner. All right, and then we're just gonna overlap that a little bit. And then I have a 4 by 6 photo that I've used the same color paper, inked the edges with my tool and my cocoa bean ink. And then I just, from the collection pack, added one of those little tabs, which is great for journaling. All right, and that's gonna go right there. Now there's plenty of room to add maybe smaller photos here, here. I'm just gonna be working with the one. And then you guys, I have this cute little clipboard, and I added the little a story to tell, which is kind of a journaling prompt. So yeah, really fun to sit there and write your journaling from an adventure that your family might have had. We're just going to, I keep turning that upside down. I don't know why. This one has a little punch out thing at the top. There we go. And of course I wanted to put this like this, and we can just overlap this because my photo has like an area here that doesn't have anybody in it. So you can overlap it. If your photo, your horizontal photo, has a lot of things in it, just tuck it under here, okay? But I like to layer. And I'm gonna move it right over so we don't get this little guy. All right, the other thing I found was, and I pointed it out to you guys before, was that cute little, where did it go? It was a cute little, it was a vellum pencil. It was so cute. I don't know where it went. Oh, we'll probably find it. All right, so we have one of our little pockets right here. And for this, because it's not getting up next to a photo or anything, and I don't want to worry about like it being acid-free paper, I can just go ahead and just use this glue. This is not archival, it's just craft glue. I'm gonna add that right there. I'm gonna let that dry a little bit. And then this can just go right inside of that. Normally, I would let it dry completely, but you get the idea. All right, and then I've got this great little word, awesome, because the trip was awesome. I'm gonna go right there. These little sunglasses have got some foam tape on them. All right, and then I've got 2 of these little ticket stubs. One has foam tape, one does not. This one is just gonna get some tape on it, and we're gonna put that right there. You'll notice how I'm basically touching everything, like all of the papers. This one has an empty spot up here, so it's gonna get a little ticket, and we're gonna just overlap them like that. And then this one, Living the Good Life, also has foam tape on the back of it. That's just gonna overlap that picture just a little bit. The adhesive is actually on the paper. And then this one, it's just like here, okay? Just something fun to say. I meant to put this on initially, so that's what those do. They just clip right on there like that. But I want it to stay on, so I'm gonna put a little adhesive on the back of that and just clip it right there. Then finally, I have these little leaves I thought were so cute. I'm gonna put one right here. Like that. And then these I'm gonna actually use the glue on because they're so detailed. Oh no, they got tangled. There we go. I'm gonna put a little bit of glue on each of these. right here. And I love this color of this purple one. It's almost a plum color. We don't need a lot of glue on these, just a little here. And I'm going to try one more time to find my pencil. Well, if you see it in the photo at the end, you'll know that I found my pencil. I wanted to put it right here, overlapping that. All right, so here is my scrapbook page of the fun visit to New York City. Lots of places to journal here, okay? And I like the composition of it. And there was plenty of space to add other photos. You could add a photo right here. Yeah, if you want to, of course, add more than one photo. So this collection lends itself very well to scrapbooking and to journaling for sure. All right, so you guys, let me tell you, oh, I have so much stuff on my desk. Let me tell you how we love to give away a project whenever we do a video on Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday. Get that card right side up. So every week when I'm hosting a video, as I said, every Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday, we love to do a card giveaway. And we are promoting our Paper Wishes YouTube channel. So all you have to do if you're watching us on our Paper Wishes webisode page, first of all, I should mention this entire collection's on a money saver, and it's right there on the right-hand side of our Paper Wishes webisode page. So if you're watching us over on YouTube, just look below the video in the description box, and you'll see a link that'll take you to this Paper Wishes webisode page. Back to the giveaway. So we're promoting our giveaway over on our YouTube channel, which is called My Paper Wishes. So hop on over to My Paper Wishes. We ask that you subscribe to our channel and give this video a thumbs up, a like, and then leave us a comment. And then after about a week, we'll come back and we're going to reply, "Congratulations, YouTube username blank," to one of our viewers, and then give them instructions on how to claim their card. So if you can't remember your YouTube username, just go back and look at the comment you left, and it should be labeled with a YouTube username. It's also a good idea to hit the notification bell at the top right-hand corner of YouTube, and that will let you know when we are doing a card giveaway announcement. Okay, as I said, we do it every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, and you would have to participate in those individually. And also when we drop videos, because we do new videos up to 6 times a week. So yeah, we love to do a card giveaway. It's super fun. We'll send this to you in some free happy mail. As I said, you guys, the money saver is right there on the right-hand side of the screen, and all the other items are listed down below the video if you're watching us on our Paper Wishes webisode page. You can find out everything from which Dazzle stickers we use to the ink pads. Thank you so much for joining me today, you guys, and I'll see you in the next one.